Hey guys, Tuesday, November 3rd, election day. Just got off work and I thought I'd do a short video before I went in and see how things turn out for our country for the next 4 years. Anyway, I thought I'd start off over here. There's a few things here that I found in a field here in front of my house. You guys know I'm normally a big tool hunter, and that's what I do mostly. But when I have a little bit of time, just a short period of time, sometimes I go out here in the field and I find these points. But this is a pretty good point here. This quartz, fairly large. That's a blunt there. Don't find too many of these. Quartz, all this stuff's quartz. A little bird point here. And another little bird point. This thing almost looks like a Dalton, but I don't know. It's got, one of the ears is broke off, but I'm not real sure. If it is, it's an old one. I say it's a bird point, but actually these things, the regular points on the arrow shaft weren't much bigger than these, just for regular game. Scraper, quartz. This is a blade. And here's some couple breaks here. But anyway, some people think that, I don't know, for whatever reason, the tools are not artifacts, but that's mostly what I do. I've got a lot of these points and scrapers and whatnot, but it's really not what gets me excited. These tools are what I like. So let's get started on a few of these I got. This is actually a tool. It doesn't look much like it, but it is. If you look at this big stone, you see the top of it here. It's all chipped and worn down. They actually use this thing to crush things with or hammer things with. It's all polished around the sides here and the bottom. This thing weighs about 4 or 5 pounds. I just can't imagine using this thing all day, but somebody did. See the chipping marks there. But that was the business end right there. You can see where it's worn. All worn on the top. And that's a tool. You know, a lot of people would pass that over and wouldn't even give it a second look, but it is. It's a tool. Just used for crushing and hammering something. I like picking these things up and I'll bring them home. You know, I know some people were probably, think I'm crazy, but anyway. Here's a little hafted piece. I think this is more of a Warren piece. This chip down here, chip down right in here. And I think this was either hafted or inserted here in the back end, and I think it was used probably as a Warren piece. I've got several of these triangular shaped pieces that are worked down like this. It doesn't have much wear on the front. I normally call these picks or Warren picks. It's just what I call them. And I know this is for sure, and I know you look at this and you're going like, this doesn't look like anything at all, but you see where it's been chipped down here on the back end? And I've got several pieces like this. And then they polished it around the edges. But this is a pick. It's a Warren pick. They use this. Doesn't have any wear on the tip here. It's just polish. they'd haft it like that, in this back end like this. And they would just do one side like that. I have no idea. This is an old piece. I have no idea how old it is. It's all been chipped down back here so they could haft it. Just make it into a pick. Just like that. Here's a piece. I have no idea. Just heavily oiled piece of stone. It's real unusual looking. I don't know. All these grooves in here are natural, or I don't know. You see all the oil right here. It's all been chipped out right in here. A little bit of quartz right in there. I think this thing was held like this. Could have been something that, used to maybe crush acorns with. I don't think it's big enough for a walnut. Possibly though. Got a lot of oil on it, so it was probably used for a tool used for processing foods. Just real odd looking. I don't know. I've never found anything quite like this. And this is a really big nutting stone here. This definitely would be used for like walnuts. See where it's cupped out in here and stained. That's from crushing walnuts. Big nutting stone. Different one, the way they did it from up in the Northeast, in the Midwest. Little polishing stone here. Pretty neat piece. See where the darkness is right here? That's where the fingers would be. They flattened it off and polished it back here in the back. Just hold this piece and got a really nice edge on it. It's a quartzite. It's a nice piece. It's an artifact. Here's another piece of quartzite. Now this one just has a lot of different facets on it. This was used for polishing. Got a break on the front here, unfortunately, but anyway. Facet here, 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 here. There's your really nice grinding stone. I think I had this was in another video when I was doing a live video out on the creek. So that's a left-hander. That's your thumb notch right here that they put in. It's your grinding surface. That's a nice piece. Dimpled in the back, the way they do it. Polished on this side. There's another grinding stone here. There's your grinding surface there. This came down below the trout pond site. There's a bit of what I call an iron seep down there. It's a ironated water that comes out and it stains these stones. So that's where this came from. Probably about maybe 20, 30 yards down below the dam site right there at the trout pond. It's been all polished and chipped out here on the sides. in the back. And this is a club. This is an inserted club. And what they would do here, this piece of quartz, is that they would chip this all out, elongate this back end like that, leave a club end up here. You can see where it's worn. Not so sure if this was a worn piece. I guess it could have been used as one, but probably primarily just a, you know, everyday tool with a wear on it like this, you see. But what they do is they insert that piece in a stick like that. This piece here I think was used for warring, doesn't really have a whole lot of wear on it. You see how they've chipped it all down. All kind of pecking marks on this thing. Same thing. They insert it to the stick on that back end. That's regular quartz, got a lot of patina on it. Tapered down into a point, and I think they use that for warring purposes. Got a little wear on it, but I think it's primarily probably a worn piece or pick, I'd call it. All right, guys, that's all I got for tonight. I'm gonna get inside and get cleaned up and see how our country goes for the next 4 years. But thought I'd show you these points. I do find these points. I do look for them at times, but they're just not really my thing. I like my tools. But anyway, I hope you're doing well, and I'll catch you later.